Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. If you guys have a Dodge Dart and you're trying to remove your engine or transmission, replace the engine guys, we'll explain what needs to be done and how you need to get that engine out of the engine bay guys. We'll cover the video today, we'll explain what needs to be done. We'll guys have video for almost every detail on that car. More than 200 videos will be made. Why? Because our mission is to save you guys as much money as we can. So please guys, subscribe to the channel and like the video. Hopefully we can save you guys some serious money. This is a replacement engine, okay, that we got out of the car, and we're ready to put the new engine. But check it out now guys. We're going to explain what needs to be done so you know what to do. Usually guys, we have a link in the description of our video to see where you can get all the tools and parts that we use, and all that stuff will be there. This is the car, and the only way guys to get that engine out of the car is actually guys to remove the front clip of the car. Otherwise it's practically guys almost impossible. You cannot go down. Why? Because you have the subframe here guys. You can see you hit the subframe, so it's impossible. Only thing guys, you need to remove radiators, front clip needs to come out. We have the complete video on the channel, check it out from start to finish. Long video but very detailed video guys. Once you remove the front clip, you need to remove guys your CV axles. Okay, CV axles are removed, they're not here anymore guys, so you need to remove your lower ball joints, disconnect them so you can pull the CV axles out. Okay, and all that guys is on the channel. You have two CV axles, one on the left, one on the right side. Everything is right there. The front clip you can see. So once you remove the front CV axles guys, once you remove the front clip, you will guys have 3 engine mounts. One on the passenger side, one on the transmission driver side, and one down there. Okay, this thing. So you will guys need to secure our engine with an engine hoist, and you start removing engine mounts. We started with the passenger side. Well, actually no, we started with the bottom one, was the easiest. Okay, this one right here, this is the bottom mount. There is one bolt that you disconnect. Then we started with the passenger, then the transmission, but you need to make sure engine is secure. You will need to disconnect your fuel line and purge valve line in the back. We have a video how to do that. Okay, there. Okay, right here. So you can see them. You will need to disconnect. You don't need to remove the exhaust, but you need to disconnect the exhaust with 2 nuts down there that hold the exhaust. That's the only thing. You need to disconnect your coolant pipes. You can see right here at the top and the bottom, but you do that when you remove the front clip. You will need to disconnect your transmission shifter cable. This one has only 2 bolts that you remove in order to pull it out guys. Those are the 2 bolts right here, and the cable just attaches over there. And all the wiring harness guys, you don't disconnect the wiring harness from the engine, you disconnect it from the engine computer and the fuse box guys right here. You can see this is it, so it comes with the engine. Starter wire right there that we'll need to connect to the battery. So you get the idea what needs to be done guys. We have start to finish guys video for the front clip guys. Taking that engine apart, we'll have any video pretty much you can think of. So please guys, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we can save you some money, and see you guys next time.